So, like, what even is a dab? I don't know. It's weird. Like, the first time I saw those was like 10 years ago in the university, and uh, it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I mean, I did say because I'm an introvert and shit like that, but like, what the fuck? Like, that looks dumb. I never understand these social trends. It's so weird. Anyway, uh, we're back on the Steam train. We're doing Sakuya Izayoi gives you advice and dabs, whatever the fuck that is. Anyway, let's get some advice and dabs from the same person who made other things. Then the Sega Kaku user amazing Taoist things gives you life lessons. When we became a Taoist, yeah, that right. I forgot about that. We became a Taoist at some point. Yay! Hey, let's get some advice. Preferences. I prefer OBS to a heart attack. There we go. Do it. Music go down, that go down, voice go no. Let's start. Hello, Sakuya. Let's give us about help. It's all the same things. We know what these things are already. Which game do you want to play? Look, what? Look, we're here for life advice and dabs first. Okay, we're gonna do the cucumbers later. All right, first advice dabs. Then we can do the cucumbers. Okay. Okay. Anyway, hello, Sakuya. Ellipses.
Hello? You there? There you are. My name is Sakuya Izayoi. You're in a sort of mysterious place. Not quite here, but not quite there.
I'm pretty sure it's the ocean. Pretty sure we're on a beach or something, but okay. Huh? Oh, there's some background noise. I hope you can't hear them. Anyway, that means I have to be loud and constant. Anyway,
I had some friends of mine come up with this place for you. This is your personal area. You can come back here anytime you want, no matter what.
I don't know, it's not background noise, it's the ocean noises. Okay. They're just super quiet, you can't hear them.
I'll also be your friend and your guide throughout all this. With that said, what's on your mind? First, start off by telling me how you feel.
I feel lost. All those things, I feel tired. I guess closest thing is tired is sad. Sure, let's go sadness. I'm a sad boy.
I'm sorry to hear that. Why do you feel sad?
I don't know. I'm stricken with grief. No, I don't like my current situation. I don't like being tired. Yeah, but
sorry to hear that. Everyone hits a roadblock in their life where they're not happy with their current life situation. Reflecting on this is the best approach. Every situation is different. Some just need some time, others need action. In fact, I initially didn't like serving in the mansion with my mistress. However, after some reflection and giving it some time, I don't think I've ever want to live anywhere else. Of course, your situation may require more than just some time and reflection. You might have to look towards taking a course of action. Ultimately, you have to live the life you want to live. Others may have their expectations for you, but at the end of the day, you have to do what makes you happy. A troublemaker friend of mine actually ran away from home over this. Her name is Marissa.
We love Marissa.
She wanted to dedicate her life to magic. Her father was outraged by this. Marissa got into constant arguments with her father. Ultimately, they couldn't come to an agreement, and she ran away from home and never came back.
I became the best person character ever. She's great. We love her.
She never came to regret this decision, and is living her best life, filled with adventures and happy times.
Very, very silly and stupid times as well.
Needless to say, if Marissa listened to her father and decided not to pursue her passion for magic, she would most likely be very unhappy with her life. It's a bit of an extreme example though. You may not need to follow something like that. However, just think about what it is that you want to make you happy, then think about how you can obtain that. Good luck. I believe in you. And I'm here for you no matter what. Well, that's all I have to say on that matter. Did I manage to make you feel better?
You're sure? Yeah.
I'm glad to hear I could have been of help, even if only I made you just a little bit better. I do have one last thing to show you to celebrate this occasion. Spell card sign, dangerous action behavior. A dab. I hope that will suffice. It seems that that's the end, but you're free to come back anytime you want. Here's to better days and a bright future. And with that, we're off.
Okay, let's get some additional advice. Come on, let's get some additional dice. Yes, hello, hell. I feel anxious about what's gonna come next. What kind of answer you can give me?
What's making you feel anxious?
I'm just gonna have anxiety over something specific. I'm scared or something. Let's get anxiety over something specific. What was I anxious about? Oh yeah, driving the forklift one time. The first time, we're having to do a fucking gate. That could have gotten really bad if I had opened the gate. I would have rammed it into my boss's car. That would have been really bad. Oh well, anyway. Whatever. It's in the past now. Who gives a shit?
While I can't specifically guess what exactly is making you feel anxious, you have my deepest sympathies. There are different forms and levels of anxiety that each require a different approach towards. You may feel like your anxiety could use professional help, or you may also feel like all you need is some guidance on relieving your anxiety. If your anxiety is severe enough to the point where it heavily impacts your day, such as experiencing panic attacks or being unable to do normal tasks, I strongly recommend you seek professional help. When in doubt, if you can, see a doctor or counselor and talk about your concerns with them. I'm no doctor or a substitute for treatment. However, I can at least give you some tips on how to help relieve anxiety. Would you like to hear that?
Sure.
I'm happy to help. Talk about your anxiety with a friend or a family member you trust. It may provide you comfort and relief. Exercising has been proven to help relieve anxiety and depression, and in general helps to boost your mood.
I mean, yeah, healthy body, healthy mind. Good. It's generally really good advice.
The key is to find a program that suits you and consistently or more often working at it. You can put your mind at ease with activities that are soothing to you, such as listening to music, art, writing, entertainment, or in my case, cleaning. It's important to also get quality sleep. Better sleep is essentially a better body and mind. Having a balanced diet also helps. Certain foods such as caffeinated drinks can also worsen anxiety.
Yeah, like, you are what you eat. If you eat really heavy stuff, you're gonna feel heavy. It's not gonna be nice. Stuff with a lot of fats in them, like lots of. I don't know. All I know is that I cut out cheese and like pop fizzy drinks from my diet entirely. I feel good. I never felt like solid. I don't need that. Also, I avoid any of those fats on meats, like the dense white fat stuff. I just cut that off. That's disgusting. It's gross to touch it. Like my body's brain's telling me, like, no, that's not the thing you should eat at all. But whatever. You can also try breathing or meditation exercises, like physical exercise. These just involve picking a routine and having to go at it. A simple but effective breathing exercise you can do is the box breathing method. Do you want to try it now? Sure. Box breathing.
Great. Simply just follow what I say and click to the next line when you're done. Here we go. Breathe in for 4 seconds, then hold for 4 seconds. Now breathe it all out in 4 seconds. Hold your breath for another 4 seconds after.
Okay, I'm not gonna actually do that for a long time because that's a lot of silence, just breathing noises, and we're not here for that. I'm not here for silences. Probably it works, maybe. Part of it's probably a placebo thing, maybe as well. Who knows? Also depends on the state of your physical body. If you're having trouble breathing normally, I don't know if this is gonna do much for you, but whatever.
And congratulations, that's a full cycle. Repeat this as many times as you want or until you notice an improvement in your mood. Hopefully, you at least have some new ideas on how to manage your anxiety better. I wish you nothing but the best. Good luck. I'm here for you no matter what. Well, that's all I have to say on the matter. Did you make you feel better? Yes. I'm glad to hear it. Just a little better. Anyway, wait, did she say that twice?
Oh, right. Dangerous action behavior. Dab. I just noticed that. Okay. Alright. Yep, with that we're off. Let's replay. Let's think the lost. Let's be lost in our life. I feel lost. I don't know where I am. I don't know what I'm doing.
Why do you feel lost?
I don't know what to do with my life. I don't feel like I belong anywhere. I can't focus on learning new things. I don't know what to do with my life. I mean, I'm here on the fucking
whatever the fuck. It's okay to be uncertain about your future. There's no shame in not knowing. It's a common problem. Humans long for meaning and purpose with our lives. It's part of why I love serving as the head maid in a mansion. It's fulfilling work. Regardless, you may benefit from reflecting and asking yourself some questions. What do you like doing? What don't you like doing? What kind of person are you? What are you good at? Simple questions like that can go a long way. Some dreams are more realistic than others. However, you should always set realistic and measurable goals for yourself. It also never hurts to have a backup plan either. Some people say I'd have been a great vampire hunter had I not decided to be a maid, and I think that's a fair point. You're also free to try different things in your life. If you want, you can try some new activities and see what you liked or did not like about it. To sum it up, do a lot of reflecting, don't put your eggs in one basket, try new things, and take your time. Though my mistress has the power to change someone's fate, it's in you to decide what you want to do. Good luck, and I wish you the best. Well, that's all I have to say on the matter. It helped, yeah, it did help, and just even action behavior. But if you try with that, we're off. Okay, let's do the hold the scene. We're better now. We're no longer lost. We're no longer anxious. We're no longer whatever the first one was. I know what I must do. Now I'm really fired up. Spell card sign. Dangerous. Action. Behavior. Eternal. Meek. Addition. Well, that was a lot of fun. I hope you didn't think I was actually mad or anything. I hope you enjoyed my little show. That's all for now. Maybe soon I'll see you again with more things to show you. Take care and have a wonderful day. Alright, we're going. Oh, what? Do you hear that? Look who it is. Hello there. Okay, Wriggle. Hello. Oh. Wriggle. Oh, you're a bug. Hello there. Hello, Wriggle. Are you here to offer the humans some words of wisdom? I sure am. Well then, I shall leave the stage to you. Take it away. Hey, I'm Wriggle Nightbug. I can control and communicate with all kinds of insects. Ants, spiders, centipedes, fireflies, you name it. But, as you can probably tell by now, I'm not exactly the most well-liked person. I mean, you're a bug. People tend not to like bugs a lot, even though, like, in human and when anthropomorphized, bugs are cool. But bugs in general are like, they're very weird and alien, creepy, and like, it can't be helped. They're very useful and good, and bugs are like great. They're like the core of the ecosystems and stuff like that. They're all the tiny ones that eat all the things that fall on the ground, and then they poop it out and becomes plant things, food. And then it's like the circle of life. They're like the most critical component of the circle of life and all that. Bugs are fucking creepy though. Simply by being who I am, I freak people out and even disgust them. It's not your fault. It's just bugs are too alien for us. I get mocked, ridiculed, teased, threatened, and even bullied over what I do and who I am. What do you do though? And of course, I don't mean to play victim and make you feel sorry for me. I realized long ago that your enemies choose you, and you choose your friends. There's no point trying to convince people who have already made their mind up. You know what I'm talking about. Arguments. I'm telling you, do not waste your time arguing with people. Man, I used to get into a ton of arguments with people who wanted nothing to do with insects. I would explain things like how a lot of insects are pretty clean and beneficial to the world. But it would always end up the same way. Their opinions remain unchanged no matter what. Well, this one time I was interviewed by a cheeky self-proclaimed journalist of truth, and even though I tried to explain my side of what I do and who I am, she totally bullied me during the end of it. Oh, we know her. She's a tabloid one. I don't know her name, but whatever. Well, anyways, there's civil discussions and there's arguments. The end goal of an argument is somehow prove the other side that you're right and they're wrong. I'll put it bluntly, arguments, especially those with strangers, are almost entirely pointless. They're not fun, they're a waste of your time, and by the end of it, no one's really going to change their mind. Oh yeah, it's the guy who had the post like, a statement that changed my mind all the way to whatever the fuck, that fucking idiot. Turns out, like, the guy is actually like one of those fucking fucks.
well, those fucking fucks. What's his name? Crowder or something like that. Fuck that guy. Apparently he's a fucking idiot as well. Have you listened to, like, I used to briefly listen to him, like, back in, like, when Trump got first elected. It's like, what the fuck is going on over there? So I was like, listen to that. Let's just tune into all kinds of American podcasts and news shows and whatnot. His was one of them. It's like, okay. And, like, I kind of turned off eventually after, like, a couple of weeks because, like, the only thing I really got from it was, like, he's just kind of mean. He's just kind of mean. Like, he's just kind of mean. That's it. There's really nothing more to say about that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this in, actually. Unlike the other thing that I cut, I'm gonna keep this in. Because, like, fuck that guy. He's just a mean asshole. I don't care. It's not like if anyone does stumble upon this video somehow, I highly doubt you're gonna disagree. Because what the fuck? Like, you're here. That's a bit too long. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's... Probably not. I don't care. Honestly. I've never cared. Anyway. It's entirely normal to want to engage in an argument, mainly because we feel like we need to prove something to ourselves and the other person. We feel a part of who we are is at stake. Of course, just understand you don't have anything to prove to anyone. You like what you like, and you are who you are, and nothing can change that. No one ever spends their time angrily arguing with someone for a while and thinks, wow, that was a really good way to spend my time and I don't regret it. Now, here's where civil discussions can come in. If both you and the other party are willingly engaging with someone in a polite and civil manner, and both of you are having fun doing so, then by all means keep at it. A civil discussion is just an exchange of opinions so that both parties can gain a better understanding of something or someone through communication. The cool thing about having a civil conversation is that you can disagree with the other side and still have a discussion about it. Now, even civil discussion can turn into a heated argument. What do? It's simple. You just stop. When you're not having fun anymore, when you're feeling uncomfortable, when you're tired or just don't feel like it, that's when you stop. Again, there's nothing you have to prove to anyone. If you would rather not do it, just don't. So yeah, that's it. Basically, civil discussions are good, arguments bad. I hope this bit of info was even a little bit useful to you. Thanks so much for listening. Bye Sakuya, bye human. Now that was a rather pleasant surprise. It seems like it's been a while since I last met Wriggle. At any rate, it seems that's really it for now. Take care and have a wonderful day. This is literally the first time we've met Wriggle. Okay. Well, let's go and do the other... It's... She can do awful. Let's discover. Nitori Kawashiro offers you advice in exchange for cucumbers and eats the cucumbers. I love these titles. It's very straightforward. I like these. You walk slowly along the path in the forest. You enjoy the beautiful scenery of the forest. It's nice. It's nice, beautiful scenery of the forest. You admire the singing of the birds around you. You feel the warmth of the sun on your face. For this trip, you brought all of the essentials with you. A flashlight, first aid kit, food, water. But most importantly, what you brought with you is a pack of cucumbers. I mean, that does that count as food? That's part of food, but okay. I mean, cucumbers are fine. Actually, a cucumber's a good little like snack. The small one, the relatively small ones, you could just chew on them. They're basically like 90% water, so it's like you don't really need to drink anything. You can just chew on a cucumber. It's good. They're neatly placed into your pocket. Up ahead, you see a waterfall and decide to check it out. It's an awe-inspiring scene. It is. It's cool. That's a cool waterfall. You simply gaze at the luxurious waterfall. While admiring its majesty, you suddenly see someone appear before your very eyes. Hello. Alright, the frog. Is it the frog one? Yay! My invention actually worked. Hello there, sworn friend. I'm Nitori Kawashiro. I may look like human like you, but I'm actually what you guys call a kappa. I'm here to take your shit coda. What's in your pocket? Is that what I think it is? You pull out the pair of cucumbers you assume she's referring to. It is, I don't believe it. Listen, dear friend, I won't try to get too technical on you, but I've got a lot of experience and knowledge in a lot of fields pertaining to the 3 Fs. Fiancés, friends, and failures.
You give me that packet of cucumbers and I can give you a detailed rundown on a topic pertaining to any of those aspects. What do you say? Do we have a deal?
Sure. Yes.
Glad to hear it. I'll fulfill my end of the deal first. Now, what do you want help with?
Sure. Oh, finances. Help with fiances is a very different but still viable option. Okay, that was a missing the letter N. Really changes. That's a really important change there. I mean, I know that like fiance says like one of those little not asterisk thing, but like the whatever the fuck, the little emphasis, not emphasis, the accent. There we go. That's the accent mark on one of the words on the E, I think. Anyway, let's help us with the finances.
I'm good at money. What do you need help with?
Tell me about money. How do I manage money? Bad habits and scams to avoid. Oh, there's so many scams to avoid. Fuck, the internet's full of scams. Just basically don't give up. Go on the internet. Don't like. Yeah, but
there are actually a whole lot of things to avoid if you want to stay financially well. I'll start by naming a few. Never ever gamble. Going to the casino or playing the lottery might seem like a fun way to even get some money. However, the odds are rigged against you. As a matter of fact, if the odds are of you losing at just 51%, you will lose money over time no matter what. And most casinos and gambling games have odds much worse than 51%, believe me. Not only that, gambling can be quite addictive and leave you bankrupt if you let it get out of control. It's best to stay away from the practice of gambling altogether, even if you think you're only doing it for fun. And gambling is not just limited to slot machines and roulettes. For example, making wild and risky bets on the stock market is an extremely bad idea. Speaking of addiction, if you want to save a lot of money, avoid nasty, addictive habits. For example, let's talk about smoking. It goes without saying that you should never get into such a habit. I don't mean to judge you if you do, but smoking is toxic to you, the environment, and those around you. Plus, it could cost you a lot of money. We're talking about thousands of dollars and tens of thousands of dollars over the years. Think about what that kind of money would you get if you didn't spend on such a nasty habit. You got a fuck ton of cucumbers, couldn't you? This goes for any other addictive substance, even alcohol. Now, of course, it's fine to have fun with a drink or two, especially at a party. But just like cigarettes, consuming and spending too much on them is absolutely no good. Really, this line of logic applies to anything, but especially smoking alcohol, as they are the most common. Next, don't spend money you don't have. The human invention known as credit cards can be as evil as they are convenient. It's really easy to spend money with a credit card, as you don't have to pay anything up front. This leads people to think that they can just worry about paying it later if they don't have the money right now. But this is completely wrong. If you honestly don't have a plan to pay it off in the future and then think you could just barely get by making minimum payments, then don't do it. This will just suck you into a never-ending cycle of debt and will cause you a lot of stress. This also applies to taking out loans as well. It's also important you don't fall for scams. Here are some general guidelines on avoiding scams. If it sounds too good to be true, it's probably a scam. If you have to pay someone to work for them, it's a scam. If you're promised by a prince in a foreign land and charge some money if you give a small amount of comparison, it's a scam. If you're expected to work for free with only the verbal promise of being paid later on, it's a scam. If a product or service makes up unproven, wild, and outrageous claims, it's a scam. If a robot voice claims to be an official agent asking for money, it's a scam. If you're told you won a huge prize officially for something you didn't even participate in, it's a scam. You get the idea. In conclusion, avoid unhealthy, addictive behaviors, don't spend money you don't have, and avoid scams. Now, I believe you have something for me. You hand over the cucumbers in your pocket and thus fulfill your end of the bargain. Thank you so much. It's been a while since I had one of these. Don't mind if I do. Victoria unwraps a pack of cucumbers and eats the entire pack of cucumbers in one go. Good stuff, good stuff. That's good stuff right there, right there. If I do say so myself, so that's what I'm talking about right here, right there. Right there, I'm good stuff. Sorry about that, I got a little carried away there. Anyways, pleasure doing business with you. I'll be right back. Here if you need to see me again. Take care, my friend. Alright, that was so good when Dory disappears as if she were returning to another world. Maybe you should always pack more cucumbers from now on. Yes. Let's got good advice on finances. Now, let's get some advice on. Let's get advice on failures. I know all about that. How may I help you? I'm scared of failing something I failed and something I feel like a failure. I know I'm a failure, but that's fine.
I failed at something. I failed at life or something. I'm scared of failing something. I don't really give a shit about that. Let's go with this depressing one.
Well, that's just no good. I can't let my smart friends feel like that. First, you have to identify what makes you feel that way. A common way one might feel like a failure is because other people around them seem to live more fulfilling lives. Well, more often than not, it's all a lie. Smokes and mirrors. Those kind of people only show and tell you what they want you to see. For instance, you may see them making a lot of money, but they could also be drowned in debt. Or they could seem to have a healthy relationship with their spouses, but end up fighting every day. You don't need to concern yourself with how others are doing. Even if they were doing as well as they seem, that has nothing to do with you. Truth is, there's always going to be someone ahead of you or behind you in some aspect of your life. So there's no point in feeling inadequate because other people are seemingly doing better than you. It has nothing to do with your current situation. Next, if you feel like a failure because you're not happy with the way your life is, there's always room to change. I understand humans have shorter lifespans than people from my world. However, that doesn't mean you don't have enough time to change where you are right now. Many humans feel like their lives are out over when they just reach a certain point in their lives. But the truth is, it can only just begin when you want it to. You just have to understand that there's always room to improve and always time to change. You have to identify what it is that you can do to make you feel more fulfilled and less like a failure, and work towards that. A method you could try is to write down every step that's preventing you from getting where you want, and then reflect on how you can overcome those obstacles preventing you, one step at a time. In conclusion, do not compare yourself to others and focus on how you can improve your situation one step at a time. Now, I believe you have something for me. Thank you so much. Fucking cucumbers, depressing ever. I can't do it. Even big business, bye bye. Alright, let's pack some more cucumbers. Let's get final advice. Let's get the final advice on friends. A thing I don't have because I don't really do that. I'm not a friend person. I don't do social cliques and stuff like that. Like, friends, give me one word, my friend. Back to room. How do I be a good friend? You listen. You pay attention to help out when you can, and you share stuff, basically. How nice of you want to help out your fellow allies. The key to being a good friend and ally is to always be supportive of them. To start off, if your friend is going through a very tough time, or just needs some positive words, it's important to let them know you're there for them. If you even suspect that something is wrong with them, be sure to reach out and ask if everything's okay. Kind gestures like that can go a very long way towards a healthy relationship. Even if you can't do anything for their situation directly, simply just saying that you're there for them and you'll support them can make them feel better and go a very long way towards their goal. Next, if your friend accomplished something that was a personal challenge to them or was hard, be sure to congratulate them, even if you're not as passionate about it as they are. This could be anything from a hard game that they beat to an exam that they passed. Don't ignore them or leave them on red when they post their accomplishments. A simple congratulatory remark can mean a lot to them. You should also not try to give them bad pieces of advice when they're in need. This may seem like common sense, but in actuality, a lot of popular responses that seem good are actually terrible to tell to a friend in need. Saying things like, you can't be sad because other people have it worse than you is terrible advice that helps no one. It's always a good idea to put yourself in their perspective and try to get a better understanding of how they feel. It's always good to try out new things with them, if you want to be bond with a friend. A great way to do this would be to hang out and do activities together. This can be anything from hanging out with them, playing video games with them, going to events with them, or simply just talking to them. It doesn't matter if you're close or apart, there are plenty of things to try out. This will help you learn new things about the person and make them feel more comfortable around you. With all that said though, you don't want to feel like you're carrying weight or draining yourself when it comes to friends. Being a good friend comes naturally. You shouldn't really have to force yourself to do anything you don't want to do. In conclusion, be supportive of your friends, no matter what they're going through, and you're sure to bring about a healthy friendship with them. Now that you have something for me. Chop, chop, chop. Hey, take care. Bye-bye. That's that. That was we got a bunch of advice. Got a bunch of useful advice on all kinds of things. That's that. We learned some things. We got a better person or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. Probably, maybe. Look. I don't know these things. They're just